Hey, veterinary peeps. Today I want to talk to you about seniority. This is a term we hear in our veterinary hospitals. They have seniority status. What does that even mean? Usually it means that they have survived long enough. And as such, they get extra perks, extra benefits. They might get more PTO, maybe some flex time. They don't have to work holidays. Whatever it is they have seniority. And so therefore they get X, Y, and Z perk. That's one way of obtaining seniority status. The other way is you're given a fancy title. So maybe you're brand new to a company or a hospital, but you're given a title of director, vice president, president, chief, administrator, whatever it is, you've gotten some fancy titles, so you have seniority status, but you also get some extra perks or benefits that others don't. The reality is I hate the term seniority. It's demeaning. It says, I am more important. You are not. I have a senior status. Do you not see that I get extra PTO and I flex time? I don't have to be so rigid with my schedule. I have the ability of never working holidays because I wear a fancy hat. Says that I am of seniority status. It's just a bunch of BS. And the reality is that unfortunately, too many of our leaders believe that once they get these titles, they are fancy and they don't have to work as hard. So if you are in a leadership role, let me be very clear. You need to work harder than anybody else. You need to actually serve your people. You need to develop that servant style of leadership. This is key because if you don't have buy-in from your team, well, then your title is just a stupid title because your team's actually not following you. They're managing themselves. So let's make sure that we're present for our teams. One of the things that starts to really bother me is when I hear teams saying, I don't know when my practice manager comes in. I don't know the last time I saw my manager. I'm not even sure what they do. Okay, you're not an effective manager if you're not there for your team. And unfortunately, you're probably not there for your team because you have started to have this flex time. You don't really need to set your schedule. You started out setting your schedule. Hey guys, this is when I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I am here for you all the time. And then you started to pull back on that and nobody has any idea of when you're showing up. That is super uncool. You need to be there for all of your team. And so if you work in specialty medicine, that means on holidays and weekends, yeah, it's not going to kill you to show up on New Year's Day and say hi to your team. It really isn't. It's actually going to get you better buy-in. That's what servant leadership is. Show up on the hardest shifts. Make sure that you connect with your overnight team. If you are a GP practice and you have weekend hours, you need to work on the weekends on occasion. That's what a servant leader does. That is an amazing leader. If you don't show up on weekends, if you're Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 or 8 to 5, whatever it is, your team's going to disengage from you. They're working till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Why are you not there with them? So in terms of seniority, you might have extra perks, but how you behave should be up here. You need to hold yourself to the highest standards because your team is going to put you under a microscope. And any little bobble, they're going to be like, ugh. They want to know that you deserve those extra perks. They want to say, oh, well, she has an extra week's vacation because she's an amazing leader. She does all of this extra stuff. When they start saying things like, yeah, I don't know why they give her X, Y, and Z. She's barely working or he's barely working or they're not even working that much. You have a problem. Again, your team is disengaging from you. And so you might have a fancy title, but again, means nothing. A leader is only as strong as their team wants them to be. And in order for your team to make you a strong leader, it is your team who's going to make you that strong leader. You might be a great leader, but if they're not buying in what you're putting down, guess what? You're completely ineffective. Your strength lies into that team buying in to you and your leadership skills. So please, even though you have seniority status, don't act like a pompous ass. Don't. There's too many people out there that are doing that who feel entitled. I have made it. I've survived 5, 10 years in this profession. So therefore, I am entitled to this. You're not entitled to anything. I'm going on 25 years next year. You're not entitled to diddly squawk. You have to work hard. You need to prove yourself. You need to be constantly the best you can be. And if times you falter a little bit, apologize, get up, and be better the next time. Thank you so much for listening. Yes, be that nice unicorn to everyone all the time. And no, you're not entitled to everyone. Stay humbled, my friends. Thank you.